It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we get to watch Josh Wiley. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game.
To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're off and running from Nissan Stadium. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that. Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. Lawrence facing 3rd and long. He's got the hook up to Ingram.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. You needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So the Titans readying for their opening drive of the game. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you'll have a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterback. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Another run for Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
That's going to be cut by Mingo. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Give them 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down. They stay on the ground with Williams. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to stay at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass it down close.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
And he makes the play a full extension. That's a touchdown. The Titans have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! It's picked up by the Titans. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse. Like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans pull out in front further. 13-zip. Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's a 2-score game early. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They have it on 3rd and 5. Lawrence looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. He sent a man in motion. Lawrence now off the play action. Caught by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Second and 3 now. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. This throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
ETN. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars make it a 1-score game in the first half. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And look at this return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Let's go.
They go with Williams on a counter. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48. And he's not going to escape this. The Jags drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
The Titans sending out Ryan Stonehouse now on 4th down to in turn send a punt away. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. Now trying to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Lawrence working from the gun. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. The Jaguars driving ahead.
Right, let's go.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Complete beyond the marker. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Quick slant, that's Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st down throw, Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Hey, Lion.
He'll throw it yet again. It is caught left side. And they get this down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. They'll throw it again. And oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That swatted away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed a linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Lawrence trying again on second. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Lawrence to throw it. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Titans back out on offense as we see Kyren Williams again. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. Play action on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. He'll throw it. Throw complete to Williams. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll send you south to Orlando. Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly. We're skipping right through to the starts of the 3rd quarter. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Titans returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now it's a bootleg for him. Buying some time right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He's got it near the 10. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Give to Williams from the gun. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 9. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
19 tight.
Dropping back to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. Oh, he dropped that defender. And he cuts it back right. And he's out in the clear. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They'll run here on first down. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Give him 3 on that game. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. First throw for the backup now. Shakir with the grab. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a pickup of 11. And the Titans will have a first down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Jags pick it up. And Jacksonville makes a house call. Touchdown. The Jaguars stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
First down, ball at the 36. Tua off the play fake. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Titans going with a field goal unit here. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. And just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14.
17.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returnable from the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Tagovailoa on first down. His running back hauls it in deep right. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Man in motion here. First down, here's Tua. This ball's caught by Palmer. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Tagovailoa on first down. Connection made to Shakir. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Tua working quickly here.
That's another Tennessee Titans.
Throwing it again here. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Putting a receiver in motion. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Completed over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Trying to work as fast as possible. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. Short pass brought in. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Offense working quickly. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. Second down coming up.
All right.
Here's Tua again. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with third and long.
All right, come on. Out.
To the air yet again. Tagovailoa. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
They're right here.
Here we go, right up the gut. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Titans now within one score in the fourth. That one splits the uprights. And the Titans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Jaguars feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Hey, run!
They go right back to ETN. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw it. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Here we go.
Trying it right side with ETN. And he's going to get him up to the midfield stripe with that run. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Hey, Lion!
ETN again. And he's brought down for a loss. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time. Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Titans will get set to take over. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Got a man, Palmer has it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. Perfect execution there. Another 1st down, and he gets out to stop the clock. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Setting up to pass. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
As the open man downfield. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football, the Legion of Boom, obviously out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone, trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. Has it at the 7. And he drives this forward to the 6. So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And they end the season.